this.
Hey folks, 2 new Shaman cards here for Ashes of Outland, Bogstrok Clacker, Bogspine Knuckles. These are pretty crazy cards. Now, I want to warn you, I did have a little bit more of an intricate card reveal planned, but life kind of happened. And it's not like all my card reveals have aged particularly well. So we're going to keep it pretty simple here. You got a fun little intro. Now we're just going to talk about both of these cards, which I think could have some major impacts on Shaman moving forward in the Ashes of Outland meta. So up first here, let's talk about Bogstrock Clacker, a new 3-mana 3/3 battle cry. Transform adjacent minions into random minions that cost 1 more. So we have a traditional evolve style effect, which we've seen to great success in Shaman in the past, and I think Bogstrock could actually bring that back into some viability. Now, you're not going to get an entire board that's evolved with Bogstrock, but you are getting a nice minion body off the bat, so even if things totally backfire, you're still getting a little bit of value out of your 3 mana, unlike some other evolve cards in the past, where if it whiffed, you were kind of just left hopeless. Bogstrock, you're still getting a 3/3 baseline, and then if you can high roll on maybe one or both of the minions that you're buffing, of course, the sky is the limit. Think about things like Desert Hare, for instance. You could play Desert Hare, turn those 1/1s into 4-drops, like maybe some Chillwind Yetis. That would be a pretty sick play, right? We've seen that in the past work pretty nicely when Evolve was back in standard format, and I think Bogstrock Clacker could make that happen again. Also, if you're just playing a tempo style, lots of early game minions, playing out a 1-drop, a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Maybe by the time turn 5 hits, you can hit the totem button, drop a Bogstrock. You might still have 1 or 2 minions left, so you kind of have a choice where exactly you want to put your Bogstrock to make sure you're maximizing the upside and the positioning. You got one good thing you don't want to lose, maybe move it over here. Occasionally even just choose a single minion to evolve. You can even think about the new card Lady Vaj and Vaj Prime. Most of the value in Vaj Prime, for instance, is coming from the battle cry where it's drawing you discounted spells. Then you're left behind with a 7-mana body that's not exactly a 7-mana minion, but guess what? Slam that Bogstrock, you got yourself maybe a Tyrian Forge Ring out of it after already drawing some cards, right? That's a cool 10-mana play. So a handful of different options here, both with new Ashes of Outland cards and some staples we know and love. So now let's take things up another notch here with the Bogspine Knuckles. This is a 5-mana weapon. It's a 4/2, which is a great stat line for a weapon, as we've seen so many times in the past. 4-mana 4/2 weapons, generally playable anyway, and then this has some ridiculous upside. After your hero attacks, transform your minions into random ones that cost 1 more. So this is that traditional evolve style effect, but you don't only get 1, you potentially get 2 if you're able to attack 2 turns in a row. And the great news about Bogspine Knuckles is as well, you can kind of load this up early and then build out that board of, say, Desert Hares, then attack and realize the value down the road. So you can kind of bank up that evolve instead of committing to it. And you know, you evolve one time, things go poorly. As long as you have some minions around or at least a reload opportunity, you can try again thanks to that second durability. And then, of course, all the while, you've got a weapon here that's interacting with the board or maybe just pumping out some face damage in a very efficient manner. So you've got enormous upside on a 2 times evolve, and then you've also just got a really good weapon to boot. So you can see these 2 cards together start forming a nice, coherent evolve-style package that maybe you build around with those Desert Hares, or maybe you just have a minion-based Shaman deck, some tokens, some tempo, and these just fit in rather nicely. You've also got some battle cry synergies with something like Bogstrock Clacker, so maybe you could even put it into a Quest Shaman deck and double that battle cry so that it's evolving them multiple times. So all in all, I think both of these cards actually have a lot of competitive viability. It seems like they could be great options for Shaman in a variety of different deck shells, whether that's committed to an Evolve package, maybe we'll see a more Evolve stuff, or if it's just tossed into a deck where they make sense. They're both just high value cards, and in some cases high tempo cards as well, so they seem really, really good. But I think even more important than that is they're super fun. Evolve style effects are really, really enjoyable aspect of Hearthstone. Just seeing what's in the box, what am I going to get, how crazy is this going to be? Or sometimes it's even fun to get the ridiculous low rolls as well, which I'm sure we'll see a few of here. But absolutely both highlight style cards that are going to be good. And I think these should be day one crafts for everybody if you don't happen to open them in your new no duplicate packs, which hopefully you will. So all that said, of course, with these two cards, I want you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What kind of deck do you want to see these in? What kind of cards do you think they synergize best with? What archetype is the most natural fit for them? What are the high roll minions that you've seen so far? There are some pretty crazy things coming out of Ashes of Outland. What are the low roll minions? Like, say, maybe some of the new dormant imprisoned demons could be low rolls for these cards. I want all your thoughts in the comments below. You guys have a lot of great takes. That said, we're going to talk about these cards in a future card review, along with lots of other Ashes of Outland cards. So stay tuned for my final star ratings on each of these. Take your guesses. What do you think they'll be? Until then, though, thank you so very much for watching. And until next time, game on.